Hello. Oh, I like that. I don't like it. I couldn't find my video. I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know where it is. It might be my OneDrive. Could be my OneDrive. Well, while people are getting here, I'm just gonna find it. What would I have named it? Do, 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 do. I do not see it. I'm sure it's in there, but all right. We'll worry about that later. Don't need to worry about it right now. But I didn't really get a good daily reflection in, so I figured I'd come back, do another one. And this is today's daily reflection out of Hazleton Literature today. Did you miss me, Kitty? Did you miss me? Why are you purring? Alright. I think for the most part, my cats just tolerate me. Do you tolerate me, or do you actually love me? I think you actually love me. I know Sawyer loves me. Okay. So, yeah, the flashy lights that I had were destroyed, so they are no more. So we're stuck back with yellow. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to let everybody know a few things. Restream and Facebook do not get along. They've made it harder for everything, including chat. So a lot of time your chat just isn't going to show up because they're arguing. So, and since they're arguing, you and I get to suffer for that. And we pay for it too. Not much longer. I'm going to figure out a different way to do this. Fuck Facebook. Fuck Restream, man. I was telling my wife, I said, you know what? I'm just going to go over to YouTube. I'm sure my 3 followers will follow. So I actually don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So, and maybe we'll just do it all because YouTube works great. YouTube works great. Okay. So, if you want to watch these videos and participate, things like that, YouTube's going to be the way to go. So, all right, let's get to the reading. No, you know better than that. You want the window open? Kittens. Don't go. It's got to be open first. You can't jump into the window, silly. Did you? Oh, the chair was probably in the way. He jumped way too soon. Bounced off the window. June 4th, out of a date of time. This is Hazleton Literature. I can't hard to read that. So, it seems to me, wrote AA co-founder Bill W., that the primary object of any human being is to grow, as God intended, that being the nature of all growing things. Our search must be for what reality we can find, which includes the best definition and the best feeling of love that we can acquire. Okay. See, the Beatles had it right. The Beatles had it right. Love is almost always the answer here. You know, think about it. When you're having a hard time, what's the answer? Help another alcoholic. What is that? That's love. What's another way you might get out of yourself? Gratitude. That's you loving yourself. But love is usually some sort of the answer. Kind of like fear happens to be one of the main answers or one of the main conditions to our problems. If the capability of loving is in a human being, then it must surely be in his creator. Will I pray today not so much to be loved as to love? Love appropriately. Loving appropriately. What does loving appropriate mean? Stop thinking love is your sexual organs. There you go. As far as I'll go on it. I was going to read something else. I don't remember what it was now. Or maybe I was just putting this down. I don't know. So, it is better to be, it's better to be loved, or it's better to love than to have been loved. It's better to give than it is to receive. Right? We're talking the St. Francis prayer here. And what the St. Francis prayer is about is action. That's what they're talking about. See, I've been putting the cart before the horse for so long, that I kept putting the cart before the horse. Yeah. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. All right. So in this case, in our case, man, we were really taking off. That's so cool. So cool. Sorry. People are asking how to donate and stuff, and it's just neat. I already know where that money's going. I need postage so I can send out free big books. Where it's going. Be careful. So instead of, because I don't know about you, but I did a lot of talking when I was drinking. Man, I talked. Drunk I was, the better ideas I had. Blah, 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 blah. Right? It didn't mean anything. I never followed through on any of it. It did not happen. I made a lot of promises that I never ever followed through on. More than just I promised to get sober. No, more than that. I promised a lot of things that I just did not follow through on. I don't do that anymore. Number one, I don't make promises, I make commitments. I can make a commitment to that. Something comes up, it might change. Okay? Because I have something called priorities. And I let people know, hey, this might come up. It's a priority. It's just how it is. But now I do the work first. And then I say, hey, this is what we're doing. That's love. That means I'm thinking of you. That's love. I'm thinking of others. Now, if I make this move, am I going to hurt other people? That's love. Anything that reflects love is God's love. And you can't stop it. You can't slow it down. Yeah. And I think what Patricia's saying, first things first, is you might want to learn how to love yourself a little first. We have a saying, it's called, you cannot transmit something you do not have. Okay? If you do not have serenity and happiness, you can't pay that forward because you don't have it yet. That's okay. That's okay. Okay? But you are going to need to learn how to love yourself a little bit. First, now you don't have to fully start loving yourself before you can start giving it away. Okay? But I'll tell you what I do. Okay? This was after I completed the steps. I steeped myself into service work. It's all I do. I have some personal things that I do. Not really. But 90% of my time is taken up by recovery. And I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that. I enjoy it. I like doing it. Okay. I meet a lot of people on the road. I'm gonna have to educate some people today. Okay. We were in our meeting, and because some of the church members thinks we're not following some of the rules, they kept sending people into our fucking meeting. They're with lame excuses. Okay. The first thing is I'm not stupid. They just tried to bullshit a bunch of bullshitters. It ain't gonna fly. We know when you're lying. All right. It's an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. And if you are not an AA member, it's anonymous. You need to get the fuck out. Get out. Now, if you want to sit down and join the meeting, you're a non-alcoholic, you're welcome to. Okay? But my point is this. When you're holding your board meeting, when the pastor is preaching, do you just walk in and grab what you need to? No. So why the fuck are you doing it to us? See? Don't buy it. Now, I have two options here. I can either get very, very angry and rip these people into an asshole, or I can do it the right way. Call pastor, say, hey, this is what's going on. It's not cool. Can you talk to them for me? Because if it happens again, then I will. Then I will set them straight. Right? Then I will set them straight. Hey, this is an AA meeting. And you need to stay out. You need to stay out. And quit coming up with lame excuses to come in and see what we're doing so you can tell on us. Especially during my meeting. They're lucky I was busy in the middle of a meeting. Okay. Maybe I'm luckier. Maybe it worked out that way so that God was avoiding me having to make an amends to stupid people. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. That was rude. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, brother. God, grant me the patience of a lifetime. No, I'm not praying for patience. No. It's a running joke. Don't pray for patience. Don't pray for patience. God grant me the patience of a lifetime in my search for the best answer to the question, what is love? May I know that the definition will come to me in parts as I live life's several roles as a child, lover, parent, teacher, friend, and spiritual being. May I be grateful for my experience as an addicted person, which adds a special dimension to the meaning of love. I think we're kind of pushing something here. May I be grateful as my experience as an addicted person, which adds a special dimension to the meaning of love. I think we're kind of we're reaching on that one. I feel like we are. Today, I'll remember all love reflects God's love. All love. See, not everything is love. Sometimes sometimes this is what people will do. They will do something like call child protective services on you, even though they didn't really mean to. And they'll say something like, you'll thank me later because I love you. That's not love. That's manipulation. That's not love. Okay? See, that's the thing. I was confusing love for many other things. Jealousy, sex. That went hand in hand with for me. Right? So, all right. I got a bunch of little things I have got to get done. So I'm going to do them while I can. So. Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's always good to have you. Patricia, Gary, good to see you both. I love you. Peace out. And have a day.